8 minutes left. Elon Musk says last call from Elon Musk for you. Check now. 8 o'clock. Hear it. Not a ringtone. A summons. The hour glows in the sky like a countdown stamped across the face of the earth. 8 minutes left. The air tightens around purpose. The ambient noise of your day goes dim and your name rises from it like a signal flare. You feel it before you understand it, the weight of a last call. If the man building rockets, roads, and neural bridges pressed your line right now and said, "Last call for you, check now," would you wait? Would you hesitate? Would you hunt for a reason to pause? Or would you move? Heaven is not sending panic. Heaven is sending precision. An archangel stands at the rim of this moment, horn angled to time itself, and the note he blows is not disaster. It's design. This is the minute where your energy chooses a side, habit or leadership. The unseen is not abstract theater, it is a switching station. Signals route. Choices cue. Your future holds, waiting to hear your voice say yes or stay. You do not need every door, you need the right one, and the right one is lit right now. Move toward the light. You have one directive: convert pressure into direction. Steady. Inhale. Scan the dashboard of your existence. Flick the switch you've never trusted because it felt too bare. Strip pomp from your process. Stop wasting momentum on packaging. People remember proof, not polish. The pristine always slows the flow. The tiniest delivered piece beats the grandest deferred promise. Let that reality ground you. 7:45. You have been haunted by almost. Almost done. Almost ready. Almost launched. Almost kills more futures than failure ever will. It's the most expensive habit in your life. Cancel your contract with almost. Write that in the dirt of this minute with the edge of resolve, then stomp it flat. The internet's bench of judges does not get to score a race they refuse to run. Their seats vanish when you start moving. Let them. Evidence is a solvent. Evidence dissolves doubt the way sunlight dissolves fog. Make evidence your daily element. There are rules that will never shout, but they will save you. Vitality before chaos. Mechanics before mood. Sequence before stories. Do not chant them, architect them. Routines are the slow machinery of destiny. Not glamorous. Not viral. But unbreakable when built right. Now, do what you've ducked, open the document you've dodged. Don't scroll to think. Scroll to write, badly first. Draft one raw sentence that offends your perfectionism and frees your flow. Push one tiny update. No ceremony, just motion. Send one request you've swallowed for weeks. Be clear, brief, and easy to decline. Set a timer within your line of sight. Make your will compete against a visible clock. Timers are not tyrants. They are mirrors. They reflect your attention back at itself until it behaves. Relief arrives when focus starts. Focus is not frantic. It's sharp, and sharpness rooted in care is compassion. You are rescuing yourself from the drama of nearly there. 7:20 You already know you cannot trust mood to move the day. Mood is weather. Your design is climate. Build for the climate you want. Plot a routine that survives rain and heat and high wind. The future you admire is not a myth. It is a repeating invitation. It has been tapped on your shoulder every few weeks for years. The invitation is here again. Accept it this time and stop pretending fate is a master you bow to. Fate is a schedule you keep. Stop negotiating with inevitability as if optimism can rewire physics. Reality honors force. Force is aim multiplied by resolve. Resolve is just decisions embedded in your environment. Embed smarter decisions where your weaker self can't argue with them. Ban your device during your first block. Physically relocate it. Put alarms behind two barriers. Turning off a notification should require standing up, walking, and touching cold air. Disarm autopilot with friction where you least expect it. Outline the first 90 minutes of your work so a friend could execute it if you couldn't. That's how you guard your talents, by removing them from wrestling with trivia. 7 o'clock Do your priority task before the world wakes to steal it. The thing that feels like a locked door is usually a key waiting for early hands. Touch it while doubt is still yawning. This is the hour destinies look ordinary. That is the disguise of real greatness, it's quiet. It's a sequence of competent morning steps, not a blast of evening inspiration. You're going to stretch beneath your credential scope, because credentials lag reality. Opportunities pay the unseen worker who moves weight without applause. Be that person. Absorb disorder, output order. Walk into feedback with a pen, not a shield. Ask, what's the smallest test that would puncture my illusion? Run it before noon. Record every setback without drama, every win without distortion. Data beats ego every time. Ego quotes itself. Data reports the terrain and hands you shoes. If nerves spike, launch a 2-minute initiation. 2 minutes is not trivial. 2 minutes is the corridor between delay and direction. When overload surges, slice the problem into the smallest fragment that still counts, and move that fragment forward, now. When envy rises like smoke, list assets that are real, skills you have, trust you've earned, relationships that return calls, tools in reach. Write 3, simple, firm. Envy evaporates under inventory. Rest is not a reward after work. Rest is a requirement for work. When exhaustion grows, switch to upkeep, tidy the desk, hydrate, step into light for 5 minutes, eat fuel not fog, breathe long. Assistance comes after you do those 4. You don't need a stimulant as badly as you need air and a plan. 6:40 You have been told that bravery is a feeling before motion. It's false. Bravery rises when your feet already moved. The myth of the heroic mood has taxed you. Stop paying. Let steps build courage. Let evidence build belief. Assurance is just your instincts keeping a ledger of promises kept. Honor tiny promises loudly to yourself. Honor big promises quietly to others. Show up when no one claps. Deliver early when no one expects. If scope crushes accuracy, scale down. A small precise fulfillment is a better seed than a large vague intention. Faith without follow-through is theater. Follow-through without faith is a robot. Blend them, motivated automation. Say your purpose in one line any sharp student could repeat. Pick 3 weekly actions that, if done on autopilot, force the future you want. Protect one honest, raw, daily slot for unvarnished creation. Measure your weeks by what you shipped, not by the cheers you gathered. Leave applause to the stadium, you're building an engine. 615 Ambiguity is a thief with gentle hands. Don't let it near your plans. Name one result that would compress your decisions for the next 90 days. Make it embarrassingly specific. Examples live at this level: 10 paid clients at $Y each by day 90, 8 useful releases on public record, a measurable 15% reduction in cycle time verified by logs. Then attach each result to 3 actions that survive tension: 10 daily value first outreach messages, 1 trial per week, a 25-minute optimization slot every day. Hard code these into your planner. Not as wishes. As non-negotiables. Build drift protocols. Miss a slot? Trigger a 15-minute crisis session within 2 hours. Skip an action twice. Produce a visible fix outline for your peers by evening. If a meeting lands inside your crown hour, interrogate it. Does it concretely advance your metrics? If not, reschedule or cut it. Severe? No. Honest. The purpose is alive. You are its guardian, not its indulgent host. Route resources into propulsion before comfort. When money shows up or spotlight tilts your way, invest in mundane accelerators. Finish trainings that generate outputs, not certificates. Acquire tools that delete repetitive grunt work. Build your own durable paths, lists, logs, baseline templates, a small group that won't tolerate wish talk. Defer indulgences a year. Celebration is fine when it doesn't smother your momentum. Modest fun, massive planning. Keep a circle that demands artifacts, not anecdotes. Trade trials each Friday. Reward nerve over gloss. Close the gallery seats. Open the builder benches. That's how norms form. Norms quietly turn routines into culture. 550 If they call you obsessive, smile and schedule your obsession. Passion is just consistency with a compass. The schedule will pay you back with compounding trust in yourself. Your prime hour becomes sacred because the work inside it becomes predictable. 1 hour at your highest energy enshrined daily is more potent than 4 scattered hours at random. Put it at your local 7 a.m., or the first clear slot your life allows. Tomorrow, in that slot, dispatch 1 bold request with a clear upside for them and an easy out. Launch the file you have ducked. Insert 1 rough line that collapses fear into feeling. Place a clear tracker within reach. Measure 1 thing that tames disorder into account: delivery count, valid conversations, turnaround time, or lead measures that can't lie. Reliability looks like ritual more than fireworks. Make a launch routine identical enough that your brain recognizes it like road signs, same glass of water, same seat, same queue to start, same 2-minute end queue. Growth is what you can sustain when funding dips and praise quiets. Sustained growth turns small truths into a major self that stands when detractors perform. 520 Fancy dashboards comfort. Simple scoreboards change behavior. Use a basic mark sheet: what shipped, how fast, how valuable the dialogues, how loyal the recipients, what it cost. Dress it in plain boxes and a pen. Make slips costly. Low-cost slips kill long-term purposes. Front-load friction where failure tends to enter. Don't glam up your tracking. Fancy makes you clever without making you accountable. Basic makes slippage visible. Visible slippage gets fixed. Be generous without noise. Be direct about the work and extravagant with credit. Makers will seek you when they read the mix: truth on issues, gratitude on people. Reciprocity grows in fields where you plant reliability. Inevitability is not fate, it's the magnetism created by being predictably steady at tasks that once required pep talks. 5 o'clock. Shorten rebound time. This might be your deepest competitive edge. Skip the dawn slot. Trigger a 15-minute crisis block within the hour. Mess up a delivery? Post a 10-minute fix outline to the relevant recipients. Lose focus? Stand up. Exhale slow. Walk for 120 seconds. Return and ship a fragment. Don't punish yourself with narrative. Engineering resilience is practical, not poetic. Engines that finish races last longer than engines that brag. Endurance outpaces brilliance over any decent span. People will call it fate. You will call it math. Let's map the week at a resolution any apprentice could follow. Monday: core creation first, audience care second, distribution third. Tuesday: study first, creation second, outreach third. Wednesday: optimization first, trial preparation second, requests third. Thursday: delivery first, review second, ally outreach third. Friday: showcase outcomes, publish evidence, check in with advisors. Evidence does not mean hype. It means compact truth. Numbers, missteps, remedies, next moves. No fluff. No spin. Rest is not surrender to a grind-worshipping world, it is biological honesty. Train your body because it multiplies your mind. Eat for clarity. Sleep like your work depends on it, because it does. Hold thanks as a maintenance practice, 3 notes a day on assets you already carry. Gratitude widens your lens when fear shrinks it. Wide lenses catch small pivots that open large gates. Large gates give way to hands that keep turning the same key at dawn for years. That's you, turner, planner, guardian, completer. For 30 now carve your identity into lines that can survive inspection. Speak them aloud. Mount them where your eyes can't escape. I keep commitments on ordinary days. I tell the truth faster than comfort arrives. I create one brave move each week. I publish raw output quickly and polish in public. I guard my prime hour as if it were air. I direct time, focus, and funds toward skill, reach, and resilience before ease. I rebound in minutes, not seasons. I am a generous maker who owns my duties. These are not adornments. These are operating principles. Treat them like you treat electrical rules. Place a desk timer where it can judge you. Tape a laminated guide beneath your keyboard. Move your device out of temptation range. Set a no-snooze wake rule. Keep a visible one-sheet with today's trimmed focus. Build a 2-minute maintenance script for when attention falls. Breathe, walk, reset, QQ, resume. Distrust any plan that needs perfect moods. Favor plans that thrive in the worst conditions. Bad days are the control group. Good days are a bonus, not a dependency. For a clock when you miss, and you will, treat it like a lab event, not a confession. Which step broke? Did you overreach? Trim. Ship a smaller unit within the next 45 minutes. Protect the next slot with extra friction, fewer tabs, stronger boundaries, clearer inputs. Keep a live review file. Short. Actionable. Every entry crafts a new rule for your environment. That's how systems grow, not by will alone but by altering the room until the easiest thing to do is the right thing to do. Give thanks as you would fuel the engine, daily. 3 simple acknowledgments: a skill honed, a person trustworthy, a tool available. Gratitude does not soften performance, it stabilizes it. Fear narrows your view to risk. Thanks re-expands it to resources. A broad view paired with small action is an unfair advantage. Pick one tool in reach. Act with it now. Today's courage might look like a message with a clear mutual benefit and a simple path to say no. Or a test so small your pride protests. Or a check so trivial it feels beneath you and above your old self by the insight it saves. Honor the miners. Bricks stack into walls. Walls become havens. In havens, purposes withstand storms that used to scatter you. 340 Not aloof, focused. You are not guarding your ego, you're guarding your duty. Duty is agency with aim. Be the person who treats distraction like a leak and seals it with patience. The world's drama will try to deputize your attention. Decline the badge. Confirmation will come later as quiet compounding, small outputs banking into a reservoir of trust. That trust is how large gates open silently for you. No velvet ropes. Just green lights. Chosen one is not a title, it's a verdict on consistency over time. If today has a name, it is entry. Don't only receive the word, respond to it with something small and real that changes the slope of your timeline by 1 degree. 320 Resist bargaining with the universe as if good vibes tilt outcomes. Outcomes favor well-aimed force. Where do you aim? Aim at the 90-day line you wrote earlier. At the 3 weekly actions. At the daily raw slot. These are the gears. When they mesh, friction may complain. Ignore it. Oil with repetition. Every extra rotation is easier than the first. Your environment is your ally. You are not weak, your setup is. Strengthen setup, and weakness loses its throne. Build guardrails, block lists, automation for recurring tasks, templates for recurring notes, canned responses, decision trees carved into the work. For meetings, propose agendas in 2 bullets. For code, branch naming rules that prevent drift. For marketing, a weekly cadence that matches your capacity. For sales, a pipeline board with 3 columns and no more. Remove complexity the way you remove concealed weights from a runner's pack. You are faster than you've let yourself be. 3 o'clock the calendar will not respect your purpose. Train it to set prime hour daily. Then set solid evidence weekly. By noon every Saturday, publish a compact report, numbers shipped, errors caught, corrections planned, the next measurable move. No stories. The world will try to sell you story. Decline and trade in proof. Proof compresses time by preventing loops you can't see from the inside. Get peers who trade proof. Form a Friday exchange, 3 notes per person, what you tried, what moved, what failed. No applause, no pity. Respectfully ruthless. Choose makers who prefer evidence over eloquence. Their standards will raise yours without a speech. 2:40 when the schedule breaks, and it will, you pause, don't pout. Restart within the hour. That habit alone will separate you from 90% of talented people. Rebound speed. It's the quiet behemoth in your toolkit. You can feel it now, the impulse to wait for a clean slate next week. Reject the superstition of clean slates. Life is written in pencil on rumbling trains. Learn to write on motion. If new resources enter your field, convert them into momentum. Don't let tools masquerade as transformation. Tools amplify a setup, they don't replace it. Aim the tool with a guide, either your own framework or a mentor's. Skill becomes the choke point you widen, reach becomes the channel you open, resilience becomes the foundation you thicken. Keep ease on hold until foundations harden. Then allow small joys that don't puncture rhythm. 2:20 Today's vow, state your 90-day aim in a sentence a kid can repeat. Split it into 3 weekly moves. Slot them at the start of 3 specific days. Add 1 grounded metric to tame chaos into count. Share that number with 3 serious allies every week. By Saturday noon, publish a proof, then do it 7 more Saturdays. That rhythm is your cape. It doesn't flutter through crowds, it keeps you warm while you work. Intensity is no longer a panic siren. It's a badge that tells your system to bring everything online. Bring it online. 2 o'clock this moment seals something you can point to next month when your will is expensive. You will remember, you paid in advance with deeds. You did not wait for perfect conditions. You put 1 brick down in chaos. Brick on brick is how identity changes quietly. You do not need to romanticize the grind. Call it what it is, cycles under constraints. Repeat them until the soft spots in your self-image harden into shape. When your instincts trust your word, alignment happens. Alignment is not magic, it is math. The ratio of promises kept rises. Proof accumulates. Proofs do not wear sequins. They wear work clothes. Build the widest plane fortress your network has seen. No traps. No false doors. Just dependable walls, firm on scope, merciful on human error. Firm on expansion. Merciful on yesterday's you who was scared but trying. Firm on diversions. Merciful on the tomorrow you intend to protect. 140 drama will tempt you. It looks like care, it steals like theft. Answer drama with a minor proof. Send the deliverable fragment. Update the tracker. Correct the date. Post the note. Silence returns. Deeds quiet storms faster than speeches. The world will say you're boring. You will smile because boring is what competence looks like from far away. Choose what your name means. Discourse or delivery. There is no neutral. The day you pick delivery, the path starts to part. When your name equals deliverer, doors open as if instructed. They weren't. They were waiting for a consistent signal. 120 if capital chooses you, remember, money isn't meaning. Funds are tools. Tools, guided by a plan, create lift. No plan. Tools create clutter. Keep rhythm holy. Guard it from just this once. Ritual is what turns talent into throughput. When life gets foul, and it will, your ritual must still breathe. Those are your standard conditions. Train for the baseline, not the highlight reel. Baseline breath wins.